Here is another very beautiful perfume from the house of Parfums De Marley, Haltane. This fragrance has sparked numerous interest on Fragrantica for valid reasons, of course. People have a lot to say about this fragrance. It's more like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Trust me, most are coming from very valid positions or perspectives. Let me just read what the summary of this is about on Fragrantica. The perfume here has a rating of 4.37 out of 5 with 3,297 votes. Haltane by Parfums De Marley is a woody aromatic fragrance for men. Launched in 2021. Top notes are clary sage, lavender, bergamot. Middle notes are saffron and praline. Base notes are agarwood and cedar. I feel like this is extremely manly. Its opinions out there about this fragrance being more of oud for greatness. I wouldn't say clone per se because of the praline. You can pick that similarity in the DNA. Feels to me like a more friendly oud for greatness. The oud there is very bold. It's very forward. This also is some aromatic woody fragrance. You will still definitely find that woody situation here. And then oud for greatness was just too loud for day-to-day use. I don't see oud for greatness as a fragrance you can use every day. Feels to me like a fragrance you use when you want to use it. Those who know Parfums De Marley know Parfums De Marley. They make very rich scents. They've been that way since time immemorial. This is not an exception. There's a problem with Haltane, and it's mostly a batch problem where you are either going to just be lucky enough to purchase the right batch, or you're going to have a batch that lacks with projection, Silage, and all that stuff. It wasn't a perfume they intended to be that kind of beastly projection. You are definitely going to get about 6 to 8 hours of solid projection, Silage, and longevity here. Compared to some other Parfums De Marley perfumes, you can see that it's different here. After about the 7 to 8 hours mark, it begins to dial back, begins to crawl into its own. If you manage your expectations on this perfume, you are going to have a swell time. I feel like most people who had negative things to say about this fragrance were people who had false expectations. If you are not expecting more than this perfume should give, this perfume is going to tick all your boxes. The scent profile itself is 10 over 10. I find this to be a twist of oud for greatness. If you own oud for greatness, except you really want to experience that praline note, you may not necessarily have to go in this direction. This is signature scent worthy, kind of fragrance you can establish as your signature wear. This is not a unisex fragrance, this is for men. There is a comment here by Morgan Valmore. Very good sea herbal scent, not my cup of tea, but it's okay. Very overpriced too, in my opinion. Another person here says, Haltane is one of the best fragrances created by Parfums De Marley. It is warm and spicy, with moderate and strong Silage and long moderate longevity. It leans male, can be worn in any season, but some might find it a bit too strong for summer. I think the comparisons to oud for greatness are overstated. Haltane is sweeter. It has a distinct praline note, which isn't part of oud for greatness. I feel confident wearing this one because it is far better than most fragrances currently on the market. Well worth a sample. So if you're looking to smell like this on a budget, let me introduce you to something. If you're on a budget, go for supremacy in oud. This will get the job done. This performance here, if money is not the problem, go with this. If you're on a budget, go with this. That's the supremacy in oud. Let's have a spray of Haltane. I feel like the most beautiful aspect of this fragrance is just that praline note. This is the closest to Haltane I can recommend. Closest to Haltane. If you're trying to smell like this on a budget, go with this. This is unique. It's, in that woody oud DNA. Not your conventional Middle Eastern that is very pungent and animalic and wild, sometimes even fecal. This one is different. Funny enough, as it gets to dry down, the supremacy in oud tends to have more depth than the Haltane. If I'm asked between supremacy in oud and Haltane, which do I recommend? I would definitely recommend supremacy in oud. This to me feels more rich.